Hello, and welcome to Tour de Kart, a Mario Kart Tour podcast. We're a family. We love to play Mario Kart Tours, so we wanted to do a podcast together.
Hello, I'm Mark, Angela's brother.
Hey, I'm Kristal, Angela's sister.
What's up? This is Ryan, Angela's husband.
And I'm Angela. Hello, everyone. We are speaking about the space tour this week. First, I wanted to get into how the Toad versus Toadette tour ended up. So we finished. Did you guys see who won?
Yes.
Team Toad forever.
Yeah, of course, Team Toad won.
I was surprised.
Me too.
Because I thought at the end with the double bonus and the time, I thought they were getting like 4 times like the amount of tokens or something, if I was doing my math correctly on that last day. So I was surprised. I know we had a lead of I think it was like 53 to 47 or something, like a 6% lead. But I was surprised we won.
From what I was looking at, like the most Team Toadette had ever caught up to us by was around 30 million in a day. And we had a 180 million point lead going into the last day on yesterday. So I'm not with that difference, I wasn't really surprised. I think Team Toad just had way too many people on the team for Team Toadette to come back. We were still getting double bonus points too. They were just getting twice as many as us. So they would have had to get another 180 million points more than we did.
I was kind of shocked we were able to pull it off. I thought Team Toadette was going to win because of the history with Mario versus Peach. We were behind on Team Peach, and then we, pulled out the win because they doubled our tokens or points.
I don't think Team Mario got that big of a lead when they got the bonus day. When Peach got it back, I think it was much tighter than when Team Toad just got the lead again.
Yeah, well, I'm happy we won.
Yeah.
I did not see it going that way, so I will take back my words about joining Team Toadette, but I'm happy to have the rubies. I'm happy to have the 1,500 coins. And Kristal's just happy it's Toad.
The best people are on Team Toad, and they just really played hard.
Yeah. So we are into a brand new tour. It is Wednesday. We're recording the same day the tour opened. So it is called the Space Tour, as we discussed last week. So it's going to run November 17th through the 30th. Mario goes interstellar. Does everybody know what that means? That his wife died. Mario's wife died.
He's part of Christopher Nolan's movies.
Yeah. So in every Christopher Nolan movie, including Interstellar, the wife is always dead. That's always the main male lead's problem. So Mario's wife must be dead because he went in Interstellar. We have Mark doesn't get it. Kristal gets it, right?
It's a common theme.
Inception, wife's dead. Well, I mean, there's one exception because in Batman, his fiance is dead. But it's just kind of a Christopher Nolan
thing. In Memento, the wife's dead.
Every Christopher Nolan movie. So Mario's in space, and there's a new driver, a new kart, a new glider, like they showed us in the video last week. So it's called Mario Satellaview, and he's a lucky 7. Did you guys look at his courses? I took a sneak peek. It's mostly rainbow roads, which makes sense. There's a DK Summit and an RMX Vanilla Lake on it. So I was kind of looking at these courses and saying, well, he likes to operate in cold climates, like in space, and Vanilla Lake, that's cold. But then they did throw in a Cheap Island, so I was wrong. I thought maybe they keep him to the cold sort of setting races.
Don't they usually land the space missions in some warm part of the world, so they'll be okay in the water. Maybe that's part of it.
That could be. Maybe it's because he's climate controlled. He's not going to be in a regular climate. He's going to be either really, really cold or maybe too hot. So he's got a suit. Then there's the Lunar Cruiser, which I'm enviable of. It's a rocket start, which is a bummer. It's also got a lot of rainbow roads. If you guys looked at this, it's fitting. The new courses are Rainbow Road and a Rosalina's Ice World. So those
We
are
just call that the lawnmower cart. It looks like a riding lawnmower.
I was saying last week, Kristal, that it looks like his rover from Matt Damon's rover from The Martian, because it's got the solar panels.
It does.
Then we have a new glider, which is the Meteor Balloons. They are a blooper glider. And it's kind of the same story. They're starting out with Rainbow Roads and Vanilla Lake. What do we think of this new stuff, guys? We sort of knew it was coming.
I'm surprised that it's a lucky 7.
Me too.
I thought for sure it'd be Dash Ring. But
Yeah, they're fun. I really like the design, especially of Mario and the cart. I personally am not going to get into this pipe, but in terms of design of the new things, I'm excited. It looks really cool. Maybe they'll be in pipes with better odds in the future. I'd be happy to get them.
Me too. I feel the same way. I'm very tempted by the Lucky 7, though. I don't have a lot of characters with Lucky 7 that are high end, so it is tempting. I love the design. I don't know if the value is there or not. I'm sure these items will start popping up on like a bunch of new courses, though, when they debut the tiny little amount of people at the top, the characters at the top. He's gonna be on there.
He's probably a very good character to have, but the cart and the glider, I don't know if that's really worth getting into a whole 100 pipe just to get.
Yeah, and we have to mention too that it's 6 high ends and 100 items, so it is the worst odds out of the pipes that they do.
or the standard 100 pipe.
Yeah.
Pretty typical for like a new character, though. This is usually
Yeah.
the odds.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I did some background on this Mario, the Satellaview. Like, had you guys ever heard of this before? Satellaview?
No.
Anyone
No,
familiar?
I was hoping you'd tell us what it is. At first, I thought it was like a foreign language thing, but it says that in our English version too.
Yeah. So Mario Satellaview. I think I spoke about this last week. I recognize the outfit from Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Odyssey. So it sort of seemed familiar to me. Then I started doing some research and getting information on it. And one of my sources was Super Mario Wiki. That is a page out there, Super Mario Wiki. So to just kind of figure out where the name came from. So the Satellaview was actually an accessory from the Super Nintendo that launched in Japan in 1995. So it was sort of like an add-on to the system. The purpose of it was to allow players to download games and other content through a satellite for their Super Nintendo system. So it doesn't work like how we can download things now on like the Switch, where it's just kind of like, I want to buy this and it downloads through the internet. This was through a satellite, which is very different. It means that the only time that you could download it was like certain times of day. Like it was very, very limited to when you could download and when this kind of system was running. Does anyone want to guess how much it was? This was back in 1995.
I already looked at it, so I won't comment.
Mark and Chris-
$100, or does it have to be in?
just
Japanese?
in US money, it's fine. What do you think, Mark?
$50?
So it was $150 for this add-on. And I have to think the system was like around this price or a little cheaper, like the Super Nintendo. Guess what that would be in today's money if you went to go buy it? Like they came out with the Satellaview. Guess what the price tag would be?
$50.
Nobody wants to play today's money with me.
Would be
300.
less?
In today's money, it would be $260.
Oh, you're just talking about inflation?
Yeah, pretty much inflation.
I thought you meant like the technology to do it nowadays or something.
No.
No.
No, the game is, it was $150 back then. Today it would be $260 to buy it. If like they came out with, we're bringing it back, that's how much it would be with inflation.
So I was curious how much the original Super Nintendo was MSRP when it was introduced. It was $199.
Oh, so this would be $50 off the original.
Mhm.
So I watched it. I was actually, when Nate was doing research, I watched an old ad for this, and we should maybe watch this together sometime. The ad is really a treasure. So there's this really cool song on the ad that goes, so I'm trying to remember. I sung it for you before. It was like, Satellaview, like it had a cute little song with it. Mario's dancing around the ad in space with the little box. It sort of looks like a Super Nintendo, the Satellaview. He's jumping around. It's sort of gray, just like the Super Nintendo. It also seems like it kind of morphs to the top of the Super Nintendo. Like it's sort of like a Power Ranger, like back in the day when they'd morph together. That's what the Satellaview looked like it did with the Super Nintendo. So
Cool.
as
Can we talk about Mario Kart a little?
so the Satellaview was not very successful. It ends up, I think probably the downfall was that it was a satellite with, only times when you could download things. It didn't work all the time. The service was discontinued on July 30th, 2000. And now it's just sort of a piece of memorabilia between Nintendo and the satellite company that eventually went bankrupt. So it's just kind of a piece of history of Nintendo, which I thought was pretty interesting. That they,
Really?
yeah.
I never even heard of the thing. I didn't know it existed.
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting. I had never heard of it. Like, I've been a Nintendo fan for a long time.
Yes.
The fact that they bring it up and name a character after that is really strange to me too.
Yeah, I mean, it's the exact same suit that he wore in the commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the problem for me is I went from an NES to a PlayStation and I didn't have anything in between.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is more popular with Japanese customers as well. So we just kind of weren't involved in that at the time. Let's go to the tier shop. There's 3 things in it.
Yeah. We got.
Man, this tour stinks.
So
They
you're-
always do this like stinky tour after
I
like
know.
a cool autumn 3 tour set, with the last one being the verses. It's just such a letdown. Like token shop, tier shop, but
Yeah, it's always boring. I mean, at least they didn't remove anything that they normally do.
yeah.
Yeah,
So what's in the tier shop?
so
We've got the medium pink Birdo, just to be specific on the color. Koopa
Or-
Clown
Yep. Kart.
and pink gold paper glider.
Yes.
I will not buy any of these. I have the high-end glider already that
Yeah,
that you mentioned, so I have it at level 1. I don't think it's worth leveling up.
I've got the glider at level 2. I think I got it out of the tier shop twice. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna get the Koopa Clown though, because I'm probably gonna use it on the first race.
I think the Koopa Clown's actually a pretty good cart. It's a mini turbo cart and it's a super cart, so those are sort of rare. And it's BJ's main ride. He's always riding it. I've used it in tier ranking quite a few times, so mine's almost at level 6.
It's also a daily select one, so that's also why I want to buy it.
So the pink Birdo is actually just called Birdo, which I was surprised. I thought it was some type of pink Birdo. I don't know. I'm not sure why this one is just called Birdo.
I think it's because it's just the first one that came out, so it's OG.
Yeah, it could be. You're right. It's got the Birdo egg, not the Yoshi egg, just to clarify, which are the same thing.
The difference is it doesn't have green spots.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
Oh, yeah, it's just plain white. The Yoshi egg is white and green.
I've used this Birdo a lot, actually. Am I the only one?
I usually try to avoid them if I can. I have
I
used
don't
them in
use
the
it.
past.
I don't either.
I used to use it in tier ranking a lot before I had a lot of high-end characters. So if you don't have a lot of high-end, I don't think it's a bad character.
Yeah, I think at the same time you're using Birdo, sorry, not pink Birdo, Birdo. I was using, I guess the correct term is light blue Birdo. Because that was the one I seem to have gotten a lot for some reason.
Yeah, and it might have just been that I pulled her a lot or something, but I ended up using her on some tier ranking races. The pink gold paper glider, I think no one's buying then. I think we got it as like a gift or something, right? At some point, and I've never leveled it up.
I got it, I think in 100 pipe as like I think it's in all the the 100 pipes just as the other
Yeah,
high end. It
it
has a
is.
bomb plus skill set, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
not that great.
no,
no.
I got Ortho gliders that are higher level and not enough coins for it all.
So Crystal, are you buying anything?
I'm thinking about the pink gold paper glider, actually. I have it at level 3. And it's one of those that I think if I put it to level 4, it would help me on some courses. It's one of my kind of old staple gliders. So
Hmm.
I'm thinking about it. But
That makes more sense for you.
yeah, it is. It's hard to spend 10,000 coins on something that you're not like super, super into.
Yeah,
Yeah, true. So not the most exciting tier shop. What about the token shop?
it's about what I expected would happen. Nothing real great. I do have the eggshell glider maxed out, so I guess I'll get an extra 1,000 coins for that. And it'll push my blue 7 a little bit closer. I think mine's at least level 5 right now.
For them picking like 3 super things to give you, I feel like these are all solid things to give you.
Yeah,
They all are good. Maybe not the best super things, but they're all decent. So I was happy to get all 3 of those.
Yeah, I've used the blue 7 and the eggshell glider. Mine's actually at level 7, like Ryan's. I've used them both in tier ranking. So mine are higher level. I think they're decent items. The only thing that I'm kind of questioning is the red Koopa. Free running. Has anyone used him? I really haven't.
no, I don't recall using it. Mine's at level 3, so I think I've pulled them a lot. I didn't use any tickets on them.
It has the fire flower, so not that great a skill set either.
No, it's really not.
Yeah, the blue 7's a rocket start, which isn't the best, and then the eggshell glider is a green shell. Not all the best skills, but they are useful as far as their how often they're used in tier ranking.
The odd thing for me is my blue 7 is at level 5 and 2 out of 5 towards 6, but I don't remember putting any tickets into it or really using it much, so I'm not really sure how I got it that high.
Doesn't it stink when there's no high ends?
Yeah, man, I really wish there were at least one.
The best thing that's out of here is like a gold, super glider ticket.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Wish I can use those. But, I
And
mean,
even like the uncapped tickets, just to have a gold one in there, it's like after we're coming off last tour where we had 2 super tickets for a kart, driver, and glider,
Yeah.
and then 1 high end ticket for each. It's just such a letdown. Like,
yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah,
It's-
getting to letdowns. How about the gifts?
I mean, I like the gold pipe frame. I think it's neat. I think it's fun.
We're talking about gold pass gift when we talk about
Yeah.
gold pipe frame. So I was just looking at the gold pass gifts. So there's the super character Rosalina, baby Rosalina, the gold pipe frame, the blue Royale, and the droplet glider.
The Blue Royale is a very good super cart, at least. It's jump boost. It's used on quite a number of courses. That I boosted mine to level 5, and I've been able to use it on a few times in tier ranking now.
At least they're giving us a high-end item. I think there's been some tours where the gold pass doesn't even have a high-end item, so could be worse.
That's true. So I'm a little curious why we're getting all these gold carts. It seems a little odd to me. Like they were handing out the gold carts again and again now. I'm not
Yeah.
sure why. Maybe because people complain that Gold Pass did not give gold gifts. So they're throwing every cart that they have at us.
I think in the first year they used to give out a lot more of the gold items, so maybe they're just trying to get back to that.
well,
People
now they
take-
have just so many high end carts. Like, just give us a high end cart. You have 100 of them or more.
Yeah.
I didn't know
My-
people took the gold pass so literally with the gold part of it.
Yeah. I like to get gold items, but I would love to see a bunch of gold gliders. They started giving us gold gliders. I think that would be cool, or coin gliders. Something to kind of line up with the gold, but not be every gold cart that they have would be nice. I'm not sure
True.
about these gold carts. I mean, my pipe frame is now getting very high because I pulled that a lot in the past. And it's a jump boost, so it's a decent scale. At least they didn't give us like a slipstream or a rocket start. But we'll see. It also is good in tier ranking as well. So that might be the reason why. Challenges. So I'm pretty excited about the premium challenge. If you guys looked at that, at the top, the gift this time, like for completing the challenge card, is the Black Turbo Birdo.
Arguably one of the best carts in the game that they're giving to you for $4.99 with a bunch of other stuff.
Yep, I call it disappointingly useful.
Because of the slips stream.
And the way it looks. Though.
It's a
But
great
that-
coverage
It's
cart. But
great.
like if you had like a level 6 cart though, I don't know if you'd much rather have a jumper mini turbo. So
Mhm.
Well, yeah, for sure.
it's a tough sell to like invest tickets into it when you could invest like into something that just has a little less coverage but has like a higher skill. It'd be interesting if they had like a study of like how much your score would improve if you just used like a jump cart versus a slip screen in a race.
Yeah, I pulled this one from a free pipe. It was the Yoshi tour. And the cart has showed up again and again and again, but I'm so not wanting to put tickets into it because I know it's useful, but it's a slipstream. Like it's the battle.
And there's so many carts out there, right? You could find like a jump cart that just has a little less coverage where you probably want to invest in that, I would imagine. I don't know. How do you guys view this?
I'd rather do a jump boost. So something I noticed with jump boosts, I was using the dark buggy that I think Kristal and I just have. I don't know if you have it, Mark, but I was averaging about like 170 points per jump boost. And I think it's around 150 or a little less if you don't have a jump boost cart. So I think it's like a good 20 to 30 more points you get per jump boost.
Right.
Chris-
Which that could be
Yeah.
a big difference, like
Oh yeah,
into your rankings and stuff like that. So,
especially on a T course.
Crystal, what were you gonna say before?
Well, I hear you guys. I do feel like the cart skill probably matters the least compared to glider or driver. I guess my situation is I have this Black Birdo cart at level 1. I know it's my only cart on some races, so I think putting it to level 2 makes sense for me, especially with all the other stuff you get. So I'm probably going to buy it.
yeah, it definitely depends on where you are in the game, right? If you're early on, like this is a great cart to have. But like once you get to like level 4, do you really want to invest tickets into this cart? Or like once you get more carts, you might want to start thinking about doing other carts, even though I think it's definitely top 5 as far as coverage goes.
I know for me, it's still in the top 10 of the most needed carts looking at the BAM and Gerb sheet. It's dropped down to about like the 8th in line now, though. So it's not as needed anymore for me. I'm not sure how much I need it as far as how much it would give me additional coverage though anymore. I haven't really looked at that.
So I think we're probably all getting this challenge card. I know I'm going to. It'll put my Black Birdo card to 3. I'd like the 10 rubies.
Is that it? You only 10? Yeah, 10 rubies. You get 3,000 coins though,
Yeah, some coins too.
and a
So-
high-end cart ticket.
Yeah, I think it's a good price for what you get. It's good value.
I'm probably gonna get it. I'm checking to see. This might take a little while for it to update, but I was checking to see how much additional coverage it might give me.
Crystal, do you think it's a good value?
I do. I feel like sometimes the high end at the top is like kind of a loser high end. This is not a loser high end. So if
Mhm.
you're for the price, I feel like this is a good value.
If you don't have a lot of carts and a lot of coverage, definitely should try to get it if you can afford it.
If you're new to the game, go for this cart for sure. You'll have
Yeah.
a ton of things covered.
Crystal, speaking of carts, we did that segment last week with the most absurd things they turned into carts. So were
Mhm.
we right that you would have picked the Fast Frank? Or as I said, I'm going with the Fast Frank.
Yeah, it is near and dear to my heart. I have it at level 6 now and double point capped. It's super useful.
Ooh.
It's a jump. It's not my favorite design, especially being vegan. I don't think it's a vegan sausage, but and it looks ridiculous aside from that. But you cannot doubt its usefulness, and it's just kind of fun because it's ridiculous.
Mhm.
Yeah, so last podcast we had a segment of what's the craziest carts that they actually turn into. Like, why would you ever turn in a brat or a hot dog into a cart?
It also, we're all from Wisconsin. It reminds me of the Oscar Mayer Wiener Mobile
Mhm.
a little bit, which gives me some childhood nostalgia.
Yep. So Mark, I don't know if you picked this up on the challenge card, but on Tour Challenges 1, they did the same thing again that you said last week. Race in every course of every cup, including bonus challenge, to get your quick ticket. They did it again.
Well, now it makes sense because everyone has to have a quick ticket
From
stored
last-
from last week. So now
I
it kind of
suppose
makes
that's true.
sense.
Yeah, I guess
But like
that's true.
last week, everyone was screwed that didn't have a quick ticket saved. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just odd that they're putting this on the card though still, right? I find it a little odd.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I guess it's forcing you to wait to complete your challenges.
yeah, so they
don't
make
know.
you race and everything before they give you a quick ticket. The point of the quick ticket is to get through everything and open stuff up.
Yeah.
So it's
So you can- yeah.
it's a very vicious circle that they have there.
They're
Yeah.
encouraging you to save your quick tickets, which I like to do.
Yeah, you do. So into the big spenders segment, the banners this week. So we have 2 banners besides like the regular little ruby pack. There's PGP and she is $20. Or no, I'm sorry, she's $40 with the pink gold meteors. And then there is Gold Shy Guy, he is $20. And PGP and her glider come with 90 rubies, and Shy Guy comes with 45. Gold Shy Guy.
Her glider is a bullet glider too.
Yep.
Yeah.
How many of you already have more gold shy guys than you want?
Me.
I think everyone.
He's useful.
I wish I had less.
He's useful into your ranking this week, though.
He is very useful this week.
Yeah,
but
he is the only driver I have for that third race.
Yeah, me too. I hate racing with him though.
At least I didn't have to spend tickets to get him to level 3.
I have Tanuki Mario. Tanuki.
I'd rather use Gold Shy Guy instead of him.
I think
If I had him.
Name a character that's worse than Gold Shy Guy. The Tanukis.
You guys, I don't know that I'm just like agreeing that the Snookies are that bad. I was racing with Tanuki Mario today, and I think it was pretty great when I used the super leaf. It was not a frenzy, it was just one single super leaf. Knocked out everyone around me. I hit it in a spot where there were a ton of coins, and it was really like bang, 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 bang. All the coins adding up. It was a good score. I don't know, guys. I might start to use these Tanukis. It was like a boomerang, but it blew everyone back. Like it was pretty good. And I didn't lose my combo. I kept driving. It was not a frenzy. It was just a single super leaf.
No.
Wrong.
Well,
I'm
we'll
not-
see. We'll see.
I believe that was your experience.
In
It
my
was.
experience, it seems that all the bots avoid the radius of the super leaf when I set it off.
We'll see. I might just, I don't know, reconsider the skill. So is anyone buying any of these banners? I think the PGP isn't too bad. The PGP pack.
Yes, but they give her away every other week, it feels like, in banners. So
That's true.
Like I think last week.
probably.
Please don't buy the gold Shy Guy pack, everyone.
I guess if you really love Shy Guy,
Yeah, I
yes,
suppose.
do what you want. But of the gold characters, he's one of the worst.
So the new courses this week, I believe there's 2. I'll have to ask Ryan
Yes.
if I'm right.
Yes, you're right. Ding, ding, ding.
Which are the 2? They're both into your ranking, right?
Yep. It's let me get back to it so I get the name right. RMX Rainbow Road 2RT, which is on this week's Ice Mario Cup, third race.
Have you
And-
guys all raced that one?
I have. I don't.
Yeah,
Is it pretty similar?
pretty. Yeah,
It's really, really long, right? I'm thinking of the right one, right?
It has 3 laps, right?
It was incredibly long.
I guess I only did it the one time. I'd have to do it again. I know the Rainbow Road T, the first one, that's the really long one. Would technically be 3 laps.
Yeah, I think they both are. I could be wrong though. I didn't.
I didn't pay attention when I did it.
I think that was the one that people were complaining about, that it's like the longest race in history.
I thought the whole this first tier ranking, all 3 races, people are going to rack up really high scores.
Mhm.
Yeah, first place in mine is already at like 90,000.
Yeah.
So
So
that'll be interesting.
The other one was the Rosalina's Ice World RT, right?
Yep, that had not existed until now. It's just interesting. It's not a whole lot different from just the Rosalina's Ice World R reverse.
Tanukis are useful on both of them. I'd
do you
like to
guys have a
point out.
character for that? I don't. That's 2 tours in a row. I don't have a character.
I have 3.
3.
You guys all have Penguin Toad or what?
Yeah.
Penguin
Kristal,
Toad, Tanuki, Rosalina,
you have Fire Rosalina, right, Kristal?
and
I
we
do.
have Halloween Rosalina.
I think Angela and I both have the same characters.
Hmm.
So it's Tanuki Rosalina, Penguin Toad, and Halloween Rosalina.
They're
we
putting
have.
these Tanukis on courses too, so.
Yeah, I'm using my Penguin Toad. So not just because he's level 3 and she's level 2, but because he doesn't have Super Leaf.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see. So there is a new challenge back, this time a new kind of mode in the game. It is the 2-player challenge. And Mark and Kristal race this together. So tell us about it.
Yeah, so this is in multiplayer and it's called Versus Rosalina Team. It's a way basically to rack up a bunch of tokens if you need some tokens. Mark and I played it. So when you only have 2 players, it's 6 computers against you. So it is a little rough. At one point, we both got struck by lightning and all the other 6 players went by us and it was hard to recover, even for amazing racers like Mark and myself. But yeah, we played three courses. And do you remember how many tokens we got?
I think if you win each course you get 5. And then if you are a winner out of all 3 courses you play, you get 50. So it's a good way to rack up some quick tokens, plus all the tokens that you get in the races themselves.
They've had this mode in the past, and Kristal and I have raced it together. I think it's kind of fun teaming up on, the other team to play as a team, a 2-player team.
And you can't make anyone mad because they're just bots.
We had kind of expected all the other computers to be Rosalinas because it's called Versus Rosalina Team, but they weren't. Some were, but I remember a baby Luigi that knocked me out and stuff. So
Yeah, they put a lot of the babies on Team Rosalina for some reason.
Yeah, so it's a fun mode in the game if you guys want to try it. I don't think you actually have to have friends in the game to do it, right? Or do you have to?
I think you need to have 2 people.
Yeah, but I think you can get joined up with someone that's not your friend, can't you?
And I've never tried it.
Or it says, or others nearby. Tapping multiplayer with friends, others nearby. Yeah, so
Otherwise, just get on Twitter or Facebook, get some friends.
yeah.
Mhm.
Very true.
Yeah.
So do we all have a what crazy thing did MKT do this week?
I have 2, so I can go last.
There's one.
I've got one.
Yeah, I have one too.
Kristal, I want to hear Kristal's.
Okay, so I feel like the gifts should get better as you go up. Like as you earn more stars, you should get a better gift. Like they should reward you for all your effort for getting that high up on the star ladder, right? And generally they
makes
do
sense.
follow that pattern. This week, though, the top Gold Pass gift is the droplet glider, a normal glider, very common in the game. I'm not sure why that's at the top, guys.
Yeah.
That was one of mine as
Yeah,
well.
I
I think that was
noticed
crazy. Like, okay, you get to that point and you're like, oh, I just need so many more stars. And if you're starting out and it's tough to get stars on every race, like, who's gonna work that hard to get a normal glider? It's just, I don't know what they're thinking.
Well,
Like,
at
at least
least,
rearrange the stuff you're giving away. I don't know.
yeah, at least if they are having trouble getting the stars, they can get the high-end cart early. They probably don't have it if they're that new to the game.
Yeah, I think they might be, their mentality is like minimal effort, maximum reward, which normally is not the way people think. But maybe they're trying to hook people into the game to at least completing some stars and be like, oh, I only need, 10 stars to get something really good. I don't know. It is
So-
weird though.
So you're also saying maximum effort, minimum reward.
Yeah.
I just don't ever remember a normal being at the top. You guys, I think that's just nuts. Like, why would you do that?
Maybe if they're
Yeah, I
all
don't think
working on
so.
their gliders, they're like, yes, that normal glider.
Yeah, it
All
just means
maxed out.
250 coins.
I'm excited for that, honestly, but
Yeah,
I just had to point out that it was a little strange.
yeah, it is.
Mhm.
It really is.
I'm going to work for those 250 coins, though.
They do pair it with like 10 rubies though, which is sort of one of the ultimate things you can get in the gift. So
the last 10 rubies you can get.
yeah. Weird though. Do you want
Yeah,
to go, Ryan?
Sure. So my thing was Yod, Yellow Toad. Where is he? Did I forget he exists? No, didn't get any boosts for tier ranking at all whatsoever. I think they maybe gave him one course, which was I think Cheap Island R. Well, one course.
Hmm.
The only new character from last week.
What a poor guy. Gets no respect.
I know. But and I even spent all the tickets on him, putting to level 6 now. I feel like that might have been a mistake. All right, don't let me forget, I also triple captain too.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Ryan's an early investor.
I thought it was gonna pay off, but I'm not so sure now.
A risky move. Let's see if it pays off.
He was almost getting in my mind too. I was like, well, maybe I should put my toad up to like 4. It was like drifting over to my brain. I was like, don't do it. Don't listen to him.
I
And we
used him.
never had him in tier rankings again.
So mine is, I'm kind of eating my words here a little bit. On the new course on 3DS Rosalina's Ice World RT. So there's a really short selection of carts to use that are the top shelf. My Cream Bee Dasher, which I got in the anniversary tour, that's the one of the 7 that they made. It's the jump boost one. So it was the one I was most excited about. That is the only card I have for that race. So they are bringing back these dashers where they made 7 of them. They're actually making them somewhat useful. I'm surprised by this. I thought they were just kind of long and forgotten.
Yeah, I noticed that there's a few of them that are available to use in tier ranking.
Yeah,
So-
I'm surprised that this card is actually coming in useful. Like they're selecting these weird cards and putting them at the top.
Yeah, one of them we could use the pink one. I think on this week's tier ranking on the 3rd race, I think we could use the pink one.
So Angela, I noticed in tier rankings there wasn't a silver star shoot anywhere. What's
Silver-
going on? Is this
one tour.
is this going to be 3 weeks in a row with no silver star shoot in any ranks?
We said tours and you said till Christmas, so I still have a long way, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know it's not here though, and I'm disappointed. I can't lie. I was hoping to come back in your face and be like, it's back.
That's the one thing right they did in this tour.
I
So
bet
my-
you had the reaction I did last week when you saw it wasn't there, right? You're like, yes.
So my crazy thing is with the theme of this tour and not giving us anything, we only get 2 free pulls now from the
Mhm.
pipes instead
Yep.
of 3. Isn't there always been 3?
No, it's only for special.
Yeah, it's normally 2. Even during the 1.5 year anniversary, they did 3. So I expected them to do 3 each for the second anniversary, but no, apparently that was too generous.
Is that really that big a thing to take away? Like one extra what?
I
I don't understand it.
I don't know. I mean,
We
that
just
one,
want consistency, a routine.
I know.
Yeah.
It's just
Yep.
like how they're like, oh, we did such a good tour last week, and they only rated it an 8. How can we make this tour crazy bad? So next time when they get a versus tour, they're gonna give it a 10. Yeah, I don't understand this tour in general. It's just a big letdown in my mind.
it's about what I expected it to be.
Yeah, I think you sort of expect coming off like 3 consecutive tours that were, pretty fun, pretty good rewards at least, good tickets, good token shops, all this kind of stuff. And you just feel like you've came from a big mountain and then you're just like crashing down. You just
Can we
have to get through this one.
Can we give it an initial ranking then? I'll give it a
You
I'll give it
always
a-
want to rank it week 1.
yeah. Why not?
I
What-
can't stop him. You guys, this is supposed to be a week 2 subject and I can't stop him.
Why can't we rank it now? We know everything that's happening.
That's fine. We could do it. Initial, see if we change it.
1.
So are the rankings only from 1 to 10 or is it 0 to 10? I just want to know if Mark can go any
I
lower.
think
What?
0. Let's start
Oh.
at 0.
0.5.
Kristal, are you ready? Is anyone else ready with theirs? I think I'll give it like a 3.
Yeah, I'd say 4. I think some of the new stuff's cute. I like that there's a lot of rainbow roads. I think that's a fun course. I enjoy it.
Mhm. I like the theme. I like the space theme. I don't like the execution, maybe. But I do like the new items, so that's what kind of brings it up from a 0 for me. I think they're pretty cute. Ryan?
I'm thinking. I mean, it's all pretty bad except for the lucky 7.
Yeah, that's
Right,
the only thing
special.
like positive going on in this whole tour.
I mean, I guess in that sense, I guess I like the gold pipe frame. I think it's a fun looking cart.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give it a 1. So it gets a
There's
half.
there's a good premium challenge card. Did everyone think about that?
Yeah.
True.
Okay, 1.5. It's a half for each, half for the premium challenge card, half for the lucky 7, and a half for the gold pipe frame.
Are we counting the 15,000 coins with this tour or last tour?
That was the
That's last.
toad.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was
Last tour.
that was the versus story.
I'm just
Did-
trying to get you guys to think a little positively. It's not happening.
I am. I increased it from a 1.
Okay. Well, yeah, no one's too thrilled. I think the overall thing is no one's too thrilled. The items are cute. I think if I would have, did you guys do your free pulls at all? I'm just
I did
curious.
2 of them.
I did too.
I did.
Yeah,
I
I
got
think
coins
I
out of mine. Like I got duplicates of stuff I have maxed out already.
I got 1
I got-
duplicate.
I got a gold pipe actually. I got the Cact X though, so nothing. I already had it, so it's not level 2.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of people are pulling on these pipes? I'm curious. For Lucky 7, I think it's definitely a decent character to go after, but maybe just,
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
everything
people will
else.
pull on it. I got the red kitty cart and a glider. They have maxed out.
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
this character will be very useful.
Me too. I'm sort of tempted to pull because I sort of foresee this, but we know what's coming around the corner, which we've never really talked about on this podcast. We have speculated a little bit about when there's sort of a tour that has multiple, a celebration that has multiple tours to it. We think that the winter tour is coming up soon, and winter tours has a lot of different characters in them. And one of them is Banta, who we've called that's a coin box. So I think we're all keeping that in mind, right? To maybe hold our rubies for that.
And that's Bowser Santa.
Yeah.
You don't know the lingo.
Yeah,
But yeah,
he
I mean
was-
that, and there's a bunch of good coin gliders that are like New Year's,
Mhm.
Mhm.
Christmas coin gliders.
Yeah,
So,
Bowser Santa was released last winter tour as the new character. So everybody's expectation is that he'll be available in the week 2 pipe as a spotlight,
The tour coming after this one. This should be the early part of December.
assuming that.
Yeah,
I
that's
gotta
what
think Ninja Shy Guy's gotta come back sometime too soon
You would
too.
think.
I think that's maybe for New Year's, like when they have some of these really good pipes, maybe it might be in play.
Maybe with the winter celebration.
Yeah,
Hope so.
we'll
Probably
see.
sometime in January they'll do that, I guess.
So we are to the partner podcast where we talk about data mining, which is the pipes and information to come. So if you don't want anything spoiled for you, please stop listening now. So there are a couple different pipes teased here. The first one that I saw was the special 30 pipe, which will pop over the weekend, which means there's 30 total items in there. And it is a glider pipe. So there are the snow crystals, which is a green shell glider, the blizzard balloons, which is a bullet bill glider, the polka dot manta, which is a green shell glider, the galaxy glider, which is brand new, and it's a mega mushroom, the blizzard parasol, and I think that's it.
What was the special on the Blizzard Parasol? I don't remember.
The blizzard parasol, I'm trying to remember. I don't have that one. I have to look at it.
Super Horn. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, so it's this brand new glider that was in the video that's in here, that's a mega mushroom. That, does it look any bigger to you guys, or do they all look the same size in the picture?
They're all the same to me. I don't think it's going to be a spotlight.
I would agree. I think it's all the same.
So what do we think the odds could be? And is anyone interested in this pipe?
I'm curious just because it's only a 30 pipe. I'm guessing it's going to be like 3 out of 30. Maybe 2.
I think it might be 4. I think they're going to try to entice people to pull on this. Is there a glider in there that you guys like?
I always wanted the polka dot manta. That was always sort of on
Yeah.
my list. It is a very useful glider. It's got 21 courses to start. Like, that's incredible. It was also a paid banner back in the day when it debuted. So
A $20 one, I think.
yeah, I love the design of it. I still want it. I don't know that it will tempt me to pull this pipe. I need to look at the odds, and also I don't know that galaxy glider will be useful or not. Like, who knows?
So I have the polka dot manta glider at level 4, and I don't really use it that much. I pulled it a bunch in that glider pipe that we had a while ago with the black sails, the sail, and the polka dot manta glider. So I don't know. I would disagree that it's a great glider. Plus, a green shell is not that best, like the
Yeah.
best thing to have.
I don't know that any of those are really that great as far as being
Yeah.
used in tier ranking or anything.
I think they're going to entice people to pull it, but I think they're going to give 4 away in a 30. But I won't pull it because I think all those gliders are pretty bad.
Does your polka dot manta overlap with other things that you've already have leveled up higher? Or it just doesn't show up into your ranking period?
I think a combination of both.
I think they just kind of stopped kind of focusing on it after not even that long after they released it.
Kristal, are you tempted by this pipe at all?
Yeah, none of those gliders jump out at me as ones that I'm supposed to go after. So I'm generally in a saving mode too. It's not too tempting to me.
So the second week pipe, this one is a little bit more interesting to me. So we talked about this on the last week's episode. Aurora Rosalina on the Comet Tail, Fire Rosalina on the Rose Taxi, Halloween Rosalina on the Zoom Broom. But what kind of stuck out to me in this teaser picture is the gliders in here. So the Rose Parasol, which is a red shell glider, the Planet Glider, which is a lightning, and the Luma Parafall, which is a lightning. Those gliders, especially the Rose Parasol, I know is a very useful glider. I don't think the other two are that great. I actually have the Planet Glider, the lightning one. I think that was on a banner and I maybe bought it once too. That has not been useful for me. I don't know about the Luma Parafoil though. That might be tempting. I love the design. Luma's on there. The gliders are interesting to me in this pipe. The carts are so-so. The Rose Taxi, Ryan said that was good, and so is the Zoom Broom. And I do want Fire Rosalina, but Kristal, we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah, she's a really good driver. She's into your rankings a lot, and quite a few times she's saved me when I don't have another driver. So she might be worth going after. I don't think those other two Rosalinas are that great, though. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't think Aurora is all that great, but it seems like they've been buffing Halloween Rosalina recently.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if she's worth going after specifically, but she's been getting some more coverage recently.
We have to talk about the odds here, though. The odds could be really, really great in this pipe potentially.
Both high ends, it looks like, right?
Yeah, I
Mhm.
think so. Probably another one to try to tempt us to pull
Mm-hmm.
before they release Bowser, Banta.
Yeah, I don't know that I will pull, but it's definitely a little bit tempting. Is anyone else thinking they're gonna pull or not really?
No, I mean the most likely thing I'm going to pull is probably the 30 pipe if I pull at all.
I probably won't pull either. I do need a driver though for that one race that we talked about on week 2. So if I do get tempted, that would be the only temptation I would have. But like I said, I don't think it's worth wasting rubies and trying to get a driver just.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we didn't really talk about this, but if you're like specifically pulling pipes to get drivers for tier ranking, the investment almost isn't worth it. Like you're spending at least probably 45 rubies to what? Gain 40. It's kind of a backwards setup, the investment maybe isn't worth the payout in the end, unless you feel whatever you're pulling for will pay off in rubies down the road.
yeah, or if it's just like your favorite character.
Yeah. It's a personal choice, but if you're thinking rubies to rubies, you're not winning by pulling to try to get something for just winning that week in general.
Yeah,
So there's 2 more new banners coming up, paid banners, which is Gold Dry Bones on the Decal Streamliner and the Starry Great Sail, which I believe is one of the best gliders in the game. Is the Starry Great Sail. That's what I've heard.
not
It's
sure
a
what
good glider.
It's
I have
good.
it. The
I
level
did
5.
not. Yeah, I didn't get it from that pipe it was on. I think you pulled it a couple times though, didn't
Yeah, I pulled it twice. Mine's at level 2. I think I've had other gliders to use sometimes, but it is a lightning glider. Has 23 courses to start, which is a lot.
And it's a lot on this this tour. As I was just kind of racing through the cups today, it was
Mhm.
showing up a ton. But $20 for a glider, I don't know,
Mhm.
pretty steep.
you? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I think I got it out of like a pipe. I think it was a 50 pipe with a bunch of gliders. I think that might be the better way to go after it.
Yeah, that was when they released the ship's wheel.
Mhm. So Kristal, you had a segment that you wanted to do, right? That you came up with for this week?
Yeah, I just thought this would be fun since it's the space tour. I was going to ask you guys, since there's so many movies set in space, what is your favorite space movie? And I can go first if you guys want to think about it, because there are a lot of choices. My favorite is Houston, We Have a Problem. Apollo 13. I love true stories that are stranger than fiction. I think that's such a good one. So suspenseful. Tom Hanks is great. I like too thinking about how little technology they had to get people to the moon. Like there's a point where they pull out the slide rules. It's like, oh, this is really how they're doing this.
Yeah.
I love that movie. It's a classic.
So my first thought was Armageddon.
I was thinking about that too.
Like Bruce Willis. They have a lot of like really funny like role characters in that movie. But that was just my first like space movie that kind of came in my head. But
Also a good drilling movie if you like oil and stuff.
Yeah. But the obvious one is like Star Wars, I think, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So I do like Star Wars more than Armageddon, but Armageddon for whatever reason was like the first thing that popped in my head.
Yeah, we saw that with our dad, so that's a big memory for me. Armageddon.
I might have to go with Guardians of the Galaxy.
A Marvel movie.
Yeah, it was a surprisingly really good and funny movie.
They are hilarious.
Yeah.
So I think the 2 that are coming to mind, I'm a big movie person. A lot are coming to mind, but I'm not going to say that the science is good, but Interstellar is one of my favorite space movies. It's a Christopher Nolan movie I brought up in the beginning of the podcast. I think I like the ideas in it more than like the science behind it, but that's good. And then the other one I was thinking of is The Martian. The Martian is another one of my favorite like sci-fi movies. It's very full of humor, full of accurate science actually. And I'm a big Matt Damon fan. Matt Damon's in both, coincidentally. So those are two of my favorites.
But
It's
he was a bad guy in Interstellar, though.
He was.
Spoilers, Ryan. Spoilers.
Ryan, how dare you?
Oh no,
May or may not be.
I'm sorry. Sorry, the movie's only been out a number of years.
Well, The Martian is a great book too. I read the book. I'd recommend the book to anyone. It's just a very smart guy trying to problem solve, basically. It's a problem solving movie. And it's a lot of fun. And they did a great job making the book into a movie.
Good choices,
Yeah.
everybody.
Mhm.
Love it.
So we are wrapping up the episode. We actually, oh yeah, Ryan.
All right. So there's one new update I saw. The sunset balloons has been added to as a standard or
Ooh.
regular glider in the pipe. So that means it is now available
Oh.
in the all clear pipe.
That's great.
And that's actually a really good glider too.
Does that
anyone
up
have
your
it?
score of the tour?
No. I mean, that's not part of the tour. That's just part of the pipe.
Does anyone have that one?
No.
I don't.
No, I think it's the number one glider I'm supposed to get according to the spreadsheet.
Cool.
It's available rarely. I've thought about going into pipes to get it, but I've left it alone. So that's really good news.
That's not even in the top 10 for me. Apparently, I should have pulled on that Team Toad pipe though, because the Navid oil paper is the number 2 glider I should try to get.
Hmm.
Oops.
Well, I think that about wraps up our episode, guys. We asked the question of the month: who's your favorite character in MKTNY? Please answer us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or email us at tourdecart@gmail.com. And when we get some answers, we'll read them back on a different episode. Please find us on social media at Tour de Kart, TOUDEKART, on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Again, our email is tourdecart@gmail.com. Our website is tourdecart.podbean.com, and our YouTube channel is Tour de Kart, a Mario Kart Tour channel. Please subscribe, rate, and review, and keep racing and hold your rubies.
Hold your rubies.
Hold your rubies.
Hold your rubies.
Bye, guys. Thank you for
Bye.
listening.
Thanks.
Bye.